Oh, hello again, ladies. All right, we're gonna start in a nice seated position, rolling your shoulders up and away. And then go ahead and bring them forward. And I want you to inhale your arms up and roll forward. Drop your elbows down to the floor. And then kind of just drag your elbows back to your legs. And we're just gonna, like in a fluid motion, we're gonna go ahead and roll our arms back up. And fold forward. Drop those elbows. Rolling forward onto your hips. And we're gonna bring it back up again. And one more time, right? So not just arching your back, but rolling on top of those hips. Drop your elbows down and roll them in. We're gonna do the same thing now, but we're gonna rotate to our side. So we're gonna go down to our left side. You're gonna extend those arms out, drop elbows, and you roll the elbows in and come up. So basically, what I want you to do is you're extending your body out, pushing those elbows in, and you're just trying to almost like manipulate every part, like your Gumby. And reach forward and feel every part of your body kind of unfold, including your spine, reaching all the way up and to the other side. Make it purposeful. So when you reach those arms out, you drop those elbows in and you're rolling. Bring it up, big, nice, tall reach up and forward. Dropping those elbows, pulling it in. Good, and coming up for the last one. And drop your elbows, pull it in. Both arms are up. And then we're just gonna go from side to side. We're gonna stretch, we're gonna extend here. Make sure you breathe. And then the other way. We're gonna do this probably for about 30 seconds. So big reaches. Have energy in those arms, push. You should feel this stretch in your lats. Good, reach up. So like right under your armpits. And I want you to kind of maybe push a little further each time. Right, reaching a little farther. Good, about 10 more seconds. Remember, make it purposeful. So when you're coming up and over, right, reaching, you're not just switching from the side. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of go front to back. So you're gonna turn and then come up and then you're gonna turn. So again, up nice and tall and then you turn. Make sure you're breathing, reaching up, turn, good. Inhale, big up and turn. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, flip on over, come on to all 4. And we're gonna inhale our back up, pushing your spine all the way up to the ceiling as if you're trying to split your shirt down the middle of your back. Push it up, push it up, push it up. And then exhale, pushing that belly all the way to the floor. Push all the air out of your stomach, looking up. And then inhale, bring it back up, squeeze. All right, come back to the neutral spine position. You're going to extend one leg out, and I want you to kind of make a big circle. And you can drag it around and drag your toe across the bottom. So you're coming up, and your hip might pop for the first second, but it shouldn't feel like a workout, right? So we're just lifting up and we're just kind of opening, and then you let it drop to the floor and then just kind of drag it back. We're gonna do one more. So 5 on each side, bring it up and over and just kind of like drag it away. Good. And then we'll switch to the other side. So just kick it up and you're just bringing it around. And we're just lubricating those hips. Bring them up and around. And again, once you bring that toe down to the bottom, just let it drag across the carpet. Shouldn't be fatiguing you. And one more. Just bring it up and over, bring it in. Okay. So staying on all 4s, we're gonna kick one leg out. And as we kick our leg out, we're gonna kind of bring our bodies up and we're gonna stretch it over, but we're not staying. It's going to be like a fluid motion that we're going to start doing. And then you bring it in and we're gonna repeat it. So what it is, you kick that leg out, you inhale all the way up, you roll towards that toe, roll forward, and then everything meets back in the center, okay? So let's do it together. So leg is out, Inhale up, and then fold towards that foot, trying to grab that foot, keeping that leg straight. Bring your hands forward, and then you bring it back in. And then we reset again. So kicking that leg all the way out, inhaling up, folding towards that leg that's straight, not staying there, bringing it around, and bring that leg in. We're gonna do one more. So make sure you're kicking that leg out to the side. You're inhaling all the way up, folding over, trying to get that stretch over there, and then roll in and pull that leg in. We're gonna do the other side now, okay? So straighten out that leg. You're inhaling up, you're folding towards that leg to stretch, and then coming forward and bringing it all in. You should actually feel it in your hamstring when you're leaning forward, okay? So leg out, big inhale in, fold it over, roll it around, tuck it in. Good. Put it back out. Inhale, lean over, rolling forward, tuck it in. And here's our last one. Leg back out. Inhale up, exhale, and then roll around and pulling it in. All right. So now what we're going to do is from all fours. So spread your knees so that they are hip width apart, and your hands so that they're right in front of your knees. You're going to take one arm, you're going to twist open, and then you're going to thread it through. So you're just twisting open. We're going to do 5 on each side and thread it through. So we're opening up that chest cavity, and then we twist underneath. It's kind of twisting and wringing out those organs. All right, so we're doing 5. Thread that arm through. One more. Good. And reach through. And then put that hand down. What you're doing, so you're opening, and then you're threading through. And really reach, right? So push your body. When you feel like you want to stop and that position becomes a little bit uncomfortable, go a centimeter more. Good. You have 2 more. Reach it up and down. Last one. Right up and away. Good. All right. Coming back to all fours, I want you to take your left leg and I want you to step it up to the outside of your hand. I'll back up a little bit so you can see. And you're going to drive your hips down and forward. All right. And I want you to focus. So this leg, I want you to just let it fall open to the side. So instead of squeezing it up here, let it fall to the side and kind of feel those hips. So you're pressing those hips down. Your leg is falling. I don't know if you just heard that, but I cracked. Good. And then I want you to lift up on that back leg is now up. And you're not putting weight on your front ankle. Your knee is just kind of hanging open. And what we're doing is we're pushing our hips down towards the floor, and that's where you should feel the heat. Go ahead and bring that leg back up so that knee is right by that shoulder. Your back knee is still off the floor, and I want you to rock back and forth. So on the side, it looks like this. Your hips are down, and you're rocking back and forth. So you want your butt to be kind of lower than your shoulder blades. Rock back and forth, good. And then drop that knee on down. I want you to sink back and then just reach for your toe. Again, hamstring lighting up right now. And just breathe. And then from here, come on up, switch them out. And we're gonna bring up the opposite leg. So go ahead and pop it up. Your back knee is still down. Remember, you can't see this leg, but it's kind of falling to the side right now. So my back knee is still down. I'm letting that knee kind of get used to falling to the side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my back foot set. And now I'm driving up on that back heel. And I'm pushing my hips down. And I'm letting this leg fall out to the side. And I'm pushing my hips on purpose down towards the floor. And maybe I'm doing it in like little increments because holding it there kind of feels a little uncomfortable and it's challenging. So maybe I'm coming up a little bit and then I push down a little lower. Good, up, and then push a little lower, And then go ahead and drop that knee and sink it back. Reach for your foot. Good job, ladies. Good. Feel that burn in that hamstring. Okay. And you're going to come all the way up. Now I want you to drop down onto your elbows and have your palms facing up. And what I want you to do is we're going to kind of come to a low plank position. I'm sorry. It's going to be a semi-workout. So a low plank. And what I want you to do is kind of bring your knee up and then drop your hips down. And then you're going to press it back. And then I want you to bring your other knee up and press your hips down. So again, you should feel this in like a hip opener position. So we're going to come up into that plank. And I want you to really use your toes to kind of boost you forward and then get that knee up. And then flex those hips down into the carpet. Okay, so switch it out. We're going to do this for about 30 seconds, so you can change on your own. I'd rather you spend more time pushing those hips down to the floor than more time in that transition. Good. Up, press it down. About 8 seconds. Switch on your own. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Coming down again onto all fours. I want you to open up those legs, frog out those feet. We're going to drop down onto our elbows. And what we're going to do is we're going to rock back and forth. So we're going to roll our hips forward so our chest kind of comes up. And then we're going to roll our hips back. And that's where the pain happens, right? Push it back and then shift forward. It's like a little bit of a break. So today's more mobility, right? So we're just kind of working through. We're not really holding any static stretches. We're kind of just lubricating, loosening up, making our body more mobile. So make sure when you're pushing back, okay, you can even manipulate your hands. You want to keep your butt low, okay? Because if you're coming up and you're kind of cheating it, then it's not going to improve. So slow down. And now we're going to kind of come up to our side. Same position. So we were coming center. Now what we're going to do is we're going to shift left to right side, again, staying fluid. So I'm coming up left side, and then I'm coming back to the front, and now I'm coming up right side. So I'm just kind of shimmying my hips left to right. And it's going to look different for all of us. So we're all at different mobility and flexibility levels. But what it should look like is you're here on the ground, and now I'm shifting left, and you can kind of see that I'm kind of rotating to one side. So one side might feel more fluid than the other. And go ahead and just meet me doing this. Good. Push it back. Try to keep your butt as low as possible. And if you feel like you hit a hot spot, maybe kind of pulse it for a second and then bring it forward. We have 10 more seconds here. Doing great. Good. And then the other side. 3, 2, and 1. Just give me one nice big normal Frogger push back. Try to sink back as low as you can for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Makes me sweat. All right. We're going to come down to our side. All right. All the way down to the floor. And we're going to just pull that leg up. And we're going to bring it all the way in front. And then we're going to drag it across the carpet. Let it relax for a second. And I want you to really like cartwheel that leg up as far and as high as you can. Let it come all the way forward as you can. And then again, drag it back. So again, the motion of the opening is going to get you that stretch, right? So fly it up and then roll it around front and drag it around. You have 30 seconds on your own to do this here. Fly it up. And then the higher you kind of roll it forward, again, we're working on our hips, we're working on that mobility. So it's not static, you want to be fluid. Keep moving it, roll it around, good. We have 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, other side. So you can just flip over, or you can roll it over. Same thing, right? So fly that leg up. Let it come all the way forward. Good, and as you kind of like roll that leg forward too, you'll feel it also in your hamstring, right? So fly it up, bring it around, and point your toe, maybe have some energy in your calf muscle so that your leg's not just flailing, right? Control it, bring it around, good. Be nice and mobile. So this hip on this side for me keeps cracking and popping. It doesn't mean anything bad. So if you're cracking and popping, it's okay. That's 6 seconds. Bring it up, over. We have 3, 2, 1. All right, staying here. I just want you to go ahead and grab a hold of that back knee. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull it back and roll it forward. So we're going to pull it back and roll it forward. Again, we're not holding static stretches. So I need you to really kick that knee back, and you should feel this in the top of your quad as you're shifting and rolling your body. Now, if you keep your middle section more secure and you don't really roll it towards the floor like this, you are going to feel it way deeper in that quad. So you're kind of coming up, rolling it back, up, pull it back, good. Squeeze for 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, over onto the other side. Really get that quad muscle stretch there. Welcome back in. Kick it back and up, good. And the less you roll forward, the more you'll feel it in your quad. Good. So it's wherever you want. So try to kick them more back and away instead of back and up, and you'll feel it. And again, you can always manipulate and move your body in ways too. We all have different types of mobility. Some of us are even double jointed, and it makes stretching really difficult for me to teach because you don't feel anything. We have 4, pull back, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Back onto our stomachs. And we are going to go ahead and we're going to finish with some static stretching. So we're going to bring back one of our legs. You're going to grab a hold of that foot, and I want you to kick it towards the rear as you're pulling towards the front with your arm, okay? So this is going to open up your shoulder area. It's also going to lift up your hips, and I want you to pull and push. So you're kicking that leg back as far as you can, and you're also pulling on that arm. So you should feel this in your chest, in that armpit area, as well as in your hips. Good. And then lower it down. We're going to do it on the other side. Okay, so same thing. You are pulling forward with your hand, and you are kicking back with your foot. And come on up and push it. Good. Now I really want you to focus on this mobility here, because the next thing that we're going to do is grab both at the same time. So really helping opening that chest is by kicking that foot away, pulling your hand forward, so that when we reach for both, like we're going to do now, your shoulders and your chest have warmed up to do this. So here we go. So hands on the outsides of both of your ankles. We're going to kick your feet away while you pull yourself forward. And you're going to almost feel like this is a torture chamber from the medieval times. But you should unroll those shoulders, kick up, and you can kind of rock. Okay? If you want to pull your body one way or pull the other way, just hold it here. Give me 10 more seconds. Squeeze. Feel like those shoulders are unraveling. You can feel it. They need the stretch. It's like they're breaking out of their shell. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it. Come all the way down to the floor. And I want you to just kind of stay here. So your arms are down by your side. Let your head just relax down. And just breathe for a second. Deep breath in. And big exhale. And then slowly bring your hands up. You're going to go ahead and push yourself back into child's pose. And you're going to hang out here for a moment. And exhale. And I want you to take your left hand. I want you to thread your left hand all the way through. And I want you to kind of twist up and try and look up at the ceiling. Keeping your butt pressed back towards your heels. And then bring that arm back out. You're going to thread through with the opposite. So walk it through. Try and twist. Just kind of look up at the ceiling. Keeping your butt pressed back. And then bring it all the way up. And then one last sink back into child's pose. Rest your elbows, relax your butt, relax your head. And then slowly, go ahead and roll up. We're just gonna rotate our neck clockwise. Oh, my neck just cramped. And then counterclockwise. All right. Good work, ladies. Nice job stretching and being mobile. See some of you at tea. Have a good day at work, and I'll see you tonight for class.